What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on this video. For those of you who may be new to my channel, my name is Terence and I'm an incoming first year medical student. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and like the video if you enjoy these videos. I'll be putting out weekly videos just like this one every single week. Today we're going to be doing a day in the life. I guess it's the second day in the life that I had. The first day in the life was kind of my moving vlog. This one is going to be more of a traditional day in the life before I start medical school. Kind of what I'm going through in a new city in Philadelphia, exploring a little bit and also taking care of some of the things I have on my checklist. So I just finished putting together a to-do list. Before this, you guys saw some clips. I was making some breakfast, cleaning up a little bit, just organizing around the house, watching some YouTube. I want to kind of get into certain routines and daily habits while I have this time before I start medical school. I start in about two to 3 weeks, and I want to use this time to really develop good habits, waking up, having breakfast, making sure my stuff is organized and clean before I start my day, kind of allowing myself to have me time before I have work time. So that's really what I'm trying to do, trying to stay organized, trying to stay on, board with everything. I was watching a little bit of YouTube. My cousin actually is a YouTuber. He's kind of semi-famous. We don't like to look at him like that, but he somewhat is. His name is Juvier and he's got a bunch of subscribers on YouTube. I was checking out one of his videos. He's actually moving to Tampa, Florida right now. So I was just checking in on some of his vlogs and taking care of some stuff and eating. Had a good breakfast. Now time to get to some work today. It's about 10:20 a.m. A little bit later start to the day, but by all means, I'm not really pressed for time right now with things kind of being slow. So kind of want to go through what I'm doing today, kind of want to go through what it's like moving to a new city. Right now, I will tell you, I'm going to be going out and venturing and getting some stuff outside, but it's pretty apocalyptic in a new city. It's weird. I mean, there are people outside, there's people going to and from here and there, but it's not as lively as you would expect. When you're moving to a new city and you think about all these great things that the med school tells you about the city and the liveliness and all this stuff, when it's a pandemic and people are in quarantine and people are not really going out as much and there's a lot more restrictions with everything, it's very apocalyptic feeling. It feels like it's the end of the world right now. So just trying to embrace it all, but it's definitely has some ups and downs to it, and I'm looking forward to everything kind of shifting back into or progressing, forward into better times. So let's hope that happens. We're gonna go through some stuff today. I'm answering some emails, reading some emails. I got some emails from my college, my med school, and I responded to some comments on YouTube. For those of you guys that don't know, I respond to every single comment unless you write some craziness that I'll probably just block or delete. I respond to every single comment, so make sure you comment if you want to interact with me. Don't think I won't respond. I respond to every single comment, every single email, so feel free to email me, comment, anything, and I guarantee you I'll get you a response back in a shorter period of time. I respond to every single comment. We're also going to be checking out Reading Terminal Market. So it's a famous market here. It has a bunch of different stores inside in Philadelphia, and I went to the Reading Terminal last summer when I came to Philadelphia. I was checking out a bunch of the different schools I was applying to in Philly, and it's a really great place. I didn't know it was open because I figured because it's kind of like a mall setup, I didn't expect it to be open. So we're gonna check that out. Actually, one of my subscribers, Joey, shout out to Joey, he told me in a comment that it was open and to go check it out, or it may be open and go check it out. So I'm gonna go check that out today. We're also gonna go to Target. I've been writing my notes on a sticky note. I realized I need to get a planner for medical school, and I also need to get some paper towels for the house. I'm also gonna be looking into buying a new editing software. So the one I have right now has been giving me a lot of headaches. It's not the best. And I'm looking into some new editing software. So people that are actually, if you're watching this video right now, you'll see, if you compare it to my previous videos, you'll see that it's probably gonna be an increase in the quality of the editing program and the different transitions and the words and all that stuff. So hopefully we can get more fancy, hopefully we can progress with the YouTube quality, and we're gonna do that. And then we're also gonna start prepping for some medical school stuff. So they give me some matriculation readings and some summer readings to do, and I want to start going into that a little bit today and starting to really refine my knowledge and start hitting on those foundational stuff so I can improve my weaknesses, and I could be pretty strong going into the first week of classes. So Gonna take care of all of that today, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with me for the journey. So stay tuned and let's get into it. So I recently got a question on the YouTube actually from one of you guys asking me what my school is doing as far as classes online. Are they going to be all online, some online, whatever the case may be? And they actually sent us an email yesterday talking about a little bit about that. And I wanted to share with you guys what's pretty much going on or what I'm looking to expect with all this stuff that's going on. So what they're kind of doing here is, because a lot of people are coming from different states, they said here over 30 states are joining to come to medical school or come to the campus. They're forcing everybody to do a 2-week self-quarantine in Philadelphia area prior to coming onto campus. So the first 2 weeks of class, when everybody is expected to be in class and be here, they're having everything virtual and everything online for the first 2 weeks, just so no one that is coming from different places, they could have a self-isolated quarantine, a 14-day quarantine in Philadelphia prior to coming onto campus and bringing everybody together, I guess to rid themselves of the symptoms of corona or lessen the chance of spreading the disease. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Some of the stuff is going to be face-to-face, some of the stuff is going to be online. I think they're having all the big lectures online. And then as far as the smaller group stuff, the case-based learning, clinical skills, dissections, everything like that, those will be in person. I think they're gonna have them modified, so not everything will be in person. I think they said, groups will be meeting together in the case-based learning, wearing masks, appropriately sized space for social distancing, and anatomy dissections are also having it in person, and basically just having people take the necessary precautions, wearing face masks, social distancing, different things like that to prevent the spread of the disease. I know they even said face shields and surgical masks for both the anatomy and clinical skills, which will be actually given to us at our registration. So a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of things are super different, not what I expected at all. Could not have anticipated this, but all good things, because I still get to learn medicine, I still get to practice medicine and get that in-person experience, although it will be social distance, although I have to wear a mask and different things like that. It's still not deterring me at all. I'm still looking forward to it. So I just wanted to update you guys with that and let you guys know what is going on as far as my school and what my school is anticipating to do in Philadelphia as far as COVID-19 and self-quarantine and all that stuff like that. So next, I just finished answering emails and doing comments on YouTube. So we're gonna go look into some programs for editing software. So let's get into that right now. So for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with video editing and making videos, I'm a little bit new to it. I was definitely that guy that in high school, if you had a group project that you had to make a video, I was the one that was doing a lot of the editing, and I had a little bit of familiarity with video editing growing up. But for those of you who don't know, I'm still a pretty beginner and everything, so I'm not taking any claims that I'm perfect or I'm fancy or next level. I'm pretty basic. I try to keep things pretty basic, but there's definitely a lot that goes into it that a lot of people don't know about. First thing, audio quality. Like, I'm very big on audio quality. You can hear right now, if you compare like the quality of my audio when I did the traditional sit down videos with this microphone, it's a lot crisper. You don't hear as much echo or dead space versus if I'm recording with my iPhone, and I'm using the audio from my iPhone, it's a lot more airy, it's a lot more dead space. The audio quality isn't as clear. So when I use this, I do have to filter out the audio a little bit. You filter out some of the high-pitched noise by using like a low-pass filter or something like that. You use some noise reduction technology that they have in these programs that allow you to get rid of all the dead space and the white noise and all the noise in the background, the constant noise. Let's say if you have like a radiator on, or if you had like an AC, or if you had like a fan going on, it makes constant noise. Programs are able to get rid of that and filter that out, so you have nice, crisp, quality sound. Same thing with the video editing. There are certain little things that you can do to make sure that it's crisp. With medical school coming up, I am probably looking to simplify a lot of different things. Video styles like this make it a lot easier to do videos, not only record videos, but just because I'm recording them pretty raw and natural, unedited. But it also allows me to just piece the clips together really quickly and then export them, versus having to write a script that I'm going to present to people. When I'm presenting, a lot of this is a little bit behind the scenes. If you guys care about this stuff, when I'm presenting a lot of these, how to do this, how to do that, how I did this, it usually comes from a script. I pretty much try to get it perfect when I'm describing it, because I want to give quality information, especially when it comes to the MCAT, when it comes to applying to schools. I don't want to just go off the top of the dome and free ball it. I want to really have a structured and organized answer so people take you seriously and people can apply the things that I'm saying to themselves, and not just have to listen to me rambling for 10-20 minutes about a topic. So I try to keep those nice and concise, so it takes me a lot more time to edit because I make a lot more mistakes behind the scenes. I don't do those videos in one take. I try to make them look like they come from one take, but there's a lot of outtakes. You could definitely see my editing has gotten better from my first video when I was talking about how I increased my MCAT skills, how I increased my MCAT 13 points, to now my editing's a little bit more simplified and crisper. So, trying to get better at that and different things like that, I think just by practicing, but also with medical school, it's kind of forcing me to be more simplified, be more raw and unedited, so I can just chop the videos together and then get them up for you guys. So I'm trying to put out at least one video a week, maybe every other week I might aim for, once things are getting a little bit more hectic and I'm ramping things up, but trying to give you guys as much content as possible and bring you guys along for the journey. So next thing, I think I'm pretty set on this program. Me and my cousin might end up splitting it. I have another cousin that does YouTube. I feel like my whole family does YouTube, but I have another cousin that does YouTube. We might actually hop on a podcast tonight. He has a podcast that we do on his channel, King Zeph on YouTube, so go check him out. We do a podcast every week just talking about different things. We talked about the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement in the past few weeks. So if you want to check out that and you want to hear my take on that, go check out his podcast. I'll link it in the description. I'll put it up on the screen here. Go check it out. We might hop on the podcast tonight. And so I want to actually go out and explore Philly a little bit. We're going to check out, see if Reading Terminal Market is open. I think it might be. I checked online. I think it is. It has like restricted hours, but we'll see what's going on over there. And then we got to hit up Target, which is actually by my campus, and pick up some stuff. We'll pick up a planner, we'll pick up some paper towels, and then we'll head back here to work on some prep material. So let's get into it. So change of plans. I ended up the last clip saying that we were going to Reading Terminal and we were going to Target, but I actually changed my mind, which was kind of sparked by an email I got from my medical school talking about how we should be quarantining and how we should be doing the self-quarantine. So I initially had misconceptions about the self-quarantine. I thought they pretty much were just saying don't come onto campus in the first 14 days that you're here, but they actually really do want you to stay isolated, especially if you're coming from a high-risk state. They want you to stay self-isolated, only go out if need be, maintain social distancing, wear masks, wash hands constantly, different things that I've been doing. So I haven't really been going out that much. I've been in Philly for about a week now. I haven't really been going out much other than just for groceries or going out for mandatory stuff that I need for my apartment. But for the most part, everything that we have in the apartment was already ordered to my house, and then we brought it in here with the U-Haul truck. So I haven't really been going out that much, but the stuff I was gonna get today was not really necessary, not really mandatory. So it could wait, and I'm definitely going to take that quarantine very seriously. Apparently New York isn't high risk anymore. I thought it was. I know from what I've done research, especially at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, New York was one of the worst as far as number of cases and number of deaths. But apparently now, per capita, per 100,000 people, it's not in high risk anymore, and Pennsylvania is actually still in high risk. So I want to take as much precaution as possible to make sure that we're not going out if things are not mandatory, and make sure that I'm following the regulations of my school so that I can, protect myself and protect my other classmates. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Staying inside today. I'll probably fill my time with maybe some PS4, the time that I was going to spend, going out and seeing the city. So I'll probably just play some video games, watch some Netflix or something, and do some more of the chapters that I was going to do and read for pre-matriculation, like summer readings, different things like that. So I'm going to bring you guys along for that and keep you updated along the day. Right now it's about 12:05 p.m. so we still have a decent amount of the day left. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the video. So last scene, you guys saw me doing some of that pre-matriculation summer reading that my medical school recommended. And with that, I kind of, at the same time, was realizing that I should probably start some new study strategies. One thing I wanted to definitely get into was Anki. A lot of medical students recommended Anki for studying and using flashcards to use spatial repetition over time to be able to learn content. So that's something I actually wanted to get into with some of these summer readings. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be reading is really foundational, basic stuff that I probably won't even get tested on, but if I know it, it'll make learning the heavier stuff a little bit easier down the line, or at least that's how it was presented to me for the summer reading. So I think this would be a good opportunity for me to get into some of that kind of stuff and get into learning about how I can optimize my study strategies, how I can optimize Anki, how I can learn how to make different decks and different cards for my study strategies. I didn't really use flashcards in college or high school, so it's going to be something that's new for me, but something I'm very, very looking forward to doing. And it was actually a cool realization that I was able to now go into and learn more about Anki now through this process. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Probably tomorrow I'll get into doing some Anki cards with that. This is probably going to be the last clip of this vlog. I'm about to start doing that podcast with my cousin. I'm actually running late right now. We're supposed to start at 8:45. It's 8:56. And I just wanted to thank every single one of you guys for watching and supporting my channel. Couldn't do it without you guys. I know you guys really like these type of videos, the vlogs, and kind of the behind the scenes of what everything's going through. And this is kind of my incoming medical school, day in the life of a medical student video. And I plan on making more type of videos just like this, where I kind of give you guys a behind the scene of what it's truly like, and just be as transparent as possible in my process. So I can't thank you guys enough for supporting my channel and for pushing me along the journey. Your positive comments mean the world to me, so thank you so much. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, like the video if you enjoy these videos. I'll be putting out weekly videos just like this every single week. Good luck to everybody out there that's either taking the MCAT, applying to medical school, or starting medical school during this pandemic. You got this, and let's get it.